Let's look at how you can use an interface object in order to display message to users. To do that, let's scroll down to the interface object list, and you can see two types of macro commands here, message box and show error. So first, let's look at message box macro command. The first parameter here is a header text. This is a text you want to appear as a header of your message. I'm gonna put, for example, warning here. And the next parameter is a message text. Here we should insert a message we want the system to display, like this, for example. And now if we run by using F8 key, we can see this message box with the header and the text that was indicated in the macro command. But besides this OK button, if you need other buttons to be on this message screen, there is another parameter where you can choose one of these combinations: OK cancel, retry cancel, yes no cancel, and so on. So there is OK by default, but if we tell OK cancel here and run, you can see two buttons, of course. But in order to look at which button has been selected by user, we need to have a variable. Let's say variable 1 here. So if we press OK, we can see OK in the result field. And if we choose the cancel button, you can see cancel here. And we have another parameter in order to display an icon in the message box. So there is asterisk by default, but we have other options here as well. And if we choose error, we can see another icon, this X with red circle around it. And there is one more important parameter in this macro. This is a key name, and it allows us to display a message screen with do not show this message checkbox on it. So if we put here in this parameter some key name like this, for example, and run, we can see this different message screen with do not show this message checkbox on it. And if we move the cursor to this checkbox, a little note will appear down below this box, and it tells us that the system will save this checkbox record in the system temporary options. Below this section, do not show this message. So if we check this box, click OK, and run again, we can't see this message. But if we want the system to show this message again, we should go to the menu File, System Temporary Options, and here below the section do not show this message, we need to find key name that we indicated recently. and it was my message, as you may remember. And then we can either put false instead of true here, or we can simply delete this key name. And now if we run, we can see this message screen again. And we have another type of message maker command in the system. This is a show error macro, which allows us to view errors made at the business object level. For example, let's get account business object. And in order to let this macro make an error on purpose, I'm going to specify account number which doesn't exist in the database, like this, for example. And we should specify false here so that the errors made by this macro go to the error table. And now we can use show error macro command, and if we run by using F8 key, we can see false here and the result field of the first macro command, because such account doesn't exist in the database. And then as a result of the next macro command execution, we can see this error message right here.